because it's often your first point of contact, either with a potential supervisor or with funders. For example, if you're going for scholarships, it will be the first point of contact with people who will decide, have you got a place? Are you good enough to get a scholarship? So it's really important that that proposal says all that it can about the research that you want to do and you as a student. I'm a social scientist, so my background's sociology, though I work in the School of Education. And I would say that for me, a good proposal should set the scene really well. So it should have a picture of what we call the macro. So what's the big picture of whatever it is you want to research? So is it government policy? Is it a particular political context or national context? And then it should streamline down to how does the project that you want to do fit within that big picture, and what are the specific questions or problems that you want to address in your research. Again, I would say think big first, so put it within a larger context and framework. So for example, I've got a student who's doing some work on school funding in Australia, so he would want to set up what's the history, a brief history of that, whatever it is you're doing, in this case school funding. What's the current context, and what does your proposal bring to the field of study? I think some people can focus on filling gaps in literature. I wouldn't tend to see it that way. I would see it more in terms of, well, first of all, what's the conversation that you want to have? Who do you want to have that conversation with? And what do you want that conversation to do? So don't necessarily think about filling gaps, but think of it in terms of your contribution to a specific field of research. So that's what I would advise. So be clear about what it is that you want to do and how it fits into this bigger picture. The best piece of advice I ever got about doing a PhD is that the PhD is a step, not the step. And so if you lock yourself into thinking about, oh, I've got to close gaps in literature, it makes it a finite step rather than a step in a bigger research journey.